Federal government files 13-count charge against alleged coup plotters. APC fixes May 15 for presidential primary, pegs expression of interests and nomination forms at 100 million naira. On the foreign scene, US positive on Iran deal, but talks still uncertain. A ceasefire end nears. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. My name is Olufemi Alagbe. The federal government has filed a 13-count charge before the Federal High Court in Abuja against 6 individuals, including 2 retired senior military officers and a serving police inspector, over an alleged plot to wage war against Nigeria and commit acts of terrorism. The defendants, retired Major General Mohammed Ghana, retired Naval Captain Erasmus Victor, Inspector Ahmed Ibrahim Zakari Umoru, Bukar Goni, and Abdul Qadir Sani are scheduled to be arraigned on Wednesday before Justice Joyce Abdul Malik. Also listed in the charge but said to be at large is a former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Tim Perez Silva. The charge, filed on Monday by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, accuses the defendants of offences ranging from treason and terrorism to failure to disclose security intelligence and money laundering linked to terrorism financing. The prosecution alleged that the defendants conspired in 2025 to levy war against the state to overpower the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, an offence punishable under Section 37, subsection 2 of the Criminal Code. The government alleged that the defendants had prior knowledge of a planned treasonable act involving one Colonel Mohammed Al-Hassan Maji and others, but failed to alert authorities. In the meantime, several terrorists were killed in an airstrikes by the Nigerian Air Force in the Uwe axis of the Sambisa Forest in the northeast. The Director of Public Relations and Information Headquarters, Nigerian Air Force, Air Commando Ehimen Jodeme, said the airstrikes followed sustained intense pressure on terrorist elements. In a statement this morning, Jodeme said the airstrikes succeeded in eliminating several fighters concealed within the UA axis of the forest. It disclosed that the operation followed credible intelligence corroborated by intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance, which confirmed the presence of active terrorist elements within fortified structures and bunkers. Following the move, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, commended the force for the operation, promising that the force will sustain relentless intelligence-driven air operations until terrorist elements are neutralized. Still with security, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, has directed troops of Operation Fasanyama to intensify ongoing operations against bandits and other criminal elements in the northwest region, stressing the need to ensure security across the country. General Oluyede gave the directive during an operational visit to the Headquarters Theatre Command, Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fasanyama in Gusau, Zamfara State on Monday. The visit was aimed at assessing operational readiness, addressing challenges confronting troops, and boosting morale in the ongoing campaign to restore peace and security. Addressing the troops, the CDS commended their resilience, courage, and sacrifices in defense of the nation, urging them to remain disciplined, professional, and relentless in the fight against banditry and terrorism. The CDS assured the troops of continued support in the areas of welfare, training, and provision of necessary operational equipment to enable them to discharge their duties effectively. As part of the visit, the CDS paid a courtesy call on the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, appreciating him for his continued support of Operation Fasanyama and the military. In his remarks, Governor Lawal commended the Nigerian armed forces for their sacrifices and sustained efforts towards restoring peace in Zamfara State and the wider Northwest region. Turning now to politics, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has assured aggrieved members of the People's Democratic Party that they will not lose their entitlements if they return. Wike, who is the national leader of the party, stated this during the PDP's 108th National Executive Committee meeting held at the party's national headquarters, Wadata Plaza, Abuja, noting that many who left only did so out of uncertainty and in search of political shelter. He urged the party leadership to urgently move for reconciliation. The former Rivers State governor insisted that the PDP must close ranks quickly, warning that lingering internal wrangling could weaken its chances ahead of future elections. Wike also reaffirmed his loyalty to the party, declaring that he has no intention of leaving despite ongoing tensions. Earlier, PDP National Chairman Abdul Rahman Mohammed signaled a fresh start for the opposition party, declaring that the era of uncertainty was over. Also speaking, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Senator Mao Ohumbwa, stressed that unity must remain the party's top priority.
Chairman and your team, make sure you put up a strong committee that will still go ahead and talk to those who have defected. There are still room for them to come back, and whatever that is due to them, they will still have it, because most of them may have defected because of uncertainty, and we will not. It's not everybody that can stand it. It's like I want to run an election and I'm not sure who will sign my documents to be presented to.
The Board of Trustees assures you of its full support as you work to strengthen the unity, stability, and direction of our group.
Today, we gather not as a party in a distress, but as a strong political institution, firmly focused on the future of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has now successfully navigated its international.
Staying with politics, the All Progressives Congress APC has scheduled its presidential primary election for May 15 and 16 as part of preparations for the 2027 general elections. The timetable released by the party via its official X handle and detailed in an official statement signed by its National Organizing Secretary, Suleiman Agungu, outlines key activities. It includes the sale of forms, screening of aspirants, appeals and primary elections across all elective positions. According to the schedule, the sale of expression of interest and nomination forms will run from April 25 to May 2, while the submission deadline is fixed for May 4. Screening of aspirants is slated for May 6 to 8, with the publication of results on May 11 and appeals scheduled for May 12 to 13. The primaries for the House of Representatives will be held on May 18, the Senate on May 20, State Houses of Assembly on May 21, and the governorship on May 23. The party pegged the total cost of forms for presidential aspirants at 100 million naira, comprising 30 million naira for the expression of interest and 70 million naira for nomination. Governorship aspirants are to pay 50 million naira, while fees for the Senate, House of Representatives, and State Assembly vary. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Monday said a forensic probe has shown that the allegation that its chairman, Joshua Mokuta, operates an X account and made a partisan post is a case of digital impersonation. In a statement issued on Monday, the electoral body said it subjected the viral claim circulated through screenshots on social media to a comprehensive forensic investigation, including an independent review by a cybersecurity expert. The probe, it said, deployed X-platform data, Internet Archive records, on-site tools, identity forensics, and cross-platform analysis. INEC said the findings showed that Mukita does not operate any personal X account, stressing that all posts attributed to him were fraudulent, forensically unverifiable, technically impossible, and part of a coordinated disinformation. Among the key findings, the Commission noted that the disputed account at Joash Mukita was created in September 2022, but had no linkage to the chairman's verified email addresses. It added that the timestamp analysis exposed inconsistencies, including an alleged 2026 reply, "Victory is sure," which appeared 13 minutes before the original post in purportedly responded to. The allegation had emerged from viral screenshots circulating on social media alleging that the INEC chairman, who was appointed and sworn in by President Bola Tinubu 5 months ago, made a partisan comment on X in support of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. In Lagos State, the 2023 People's Democratic Party PDP governorship candidate Abdulaziz Adediran has said Deputy Governor Bafemi Hamzat has not declared his intention to contest the 2027 governorship election. He said this during a news chat on Monday evening, revealing that President Bola Tinubu has not endorsed anyone to fly the flag of the All Progressives Congress APC in the election. Adediran, popularly known as Jandor, responding to questions on whether Hamzat had secured the president's backing, he said, Deputy Governor has not even spoken to them that he is running. Jandor, an aspirant on the platform of the APC, also noted that the party had yet to issue any directive suggesting a consensus arrangement. The former PDP governorship candidate further reveals that he had met with the president, who, according to him, neither discouraged him from contesting nor promised him the party's ticket. Addressing his early declaration of interest, Jandor defended the move, saying it reflected confidence in his ambition. You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We will be right back with this break.